Hi everyone, welcome to Ben Goes Biking. Thank you for being here as always. Today we are going to be looking at the famous saying of loud pipes save lives. If you're a biker, you would have heard this numerous times, and even if you're not a biker, you've probably heard it. And I wanted to just dig a bit deeper into the saying and talk about kind of the pros and cons of having a louder exhaust or a louder bike. And I wanted to open it up as a debate with people who watch this video. I'm going to go through my personal opinions about it, and then you guys get in the comments, let me know what you think, and we can have a chat about it. I think that would be great. So, yeah. Loud pipes save lives. Do they actually? And me personally, I've always been a fan of loud pipes, but not for the reason of them being a protection aid. I like a loud exhaust on my bike. I upgraded to a slip-on because the one that came with my bike made the bike sound like a sewing machine. So let's dig in with the pros of having a loud exhaust. So number one is rider experience. For me, it adds something. There is something about having a loud exhaust. When you open the throttle, you hear the power, and it just adds to the whole effect of riding a bike. So it's a bit selfish, but yeah, for me as a rider, I enjoy hearing the bike. It does help let you know what's going on with the engine and gear changes and stuff. So it helps in little ways there, but again, I do like the sound effect. Then number two, for pros, pedestrians tend to take more note of a louder bike. If you've got someone who's just about to step in the road because they're crossing and they hear the bike, they're going to do a double take and just make sure. Not always the case, however, sometimes it does help, and it might just be that thing that stops an accident occurring. Then my third pro for loud pipes is a talking point at bike meets. There are different variations of systems and aftermarket cans you can put on, and you can have this debate as well with people, because some people will completely want standard bikes, other people do make the upgrades, so you can have a conversation just about that alone with other bikers. It's a good way to get chatting. And then lastly, you can get better performance out of your bike with a louder exhaust. However, that's not always the case. It's very rare with kind of the slip-ons that you're going to get better performance. However, if you're doing a full system upgrade, then you probably will get a bit better performance out of the bike if that's something you're interested in. Okay, moving on to the reasons why I'm not so keen on loud pipes and the saying of loud pipes save lives. So going to the saying, most people have a louder bike because they say that it's going to help car drivers notice you as a biker on the road, and I don't think they do, because the way cars are built these days, they're designed for the comfort of the driver, and so the interiors are designed to be quiet when you're driving along, so they block out sound. So they're going to be blocking out the sound coming from our bikes, and exhausts don't face towards the cars in front of you anyway, because they're at the rear of the bike, so the sound's going behind you anyway. So no, I don't think it makes that much difference to people paying attention to us. There are a lot of distractions in cars these days as well. You've got sat-nav screens that are fitted that messages pop up and things change, and you can control all your music in a lot of cars. So that's a distraction. People are on their phones. So if people are heavily distracted anyway, they're probably not going to be listening out for the sound of a bike, especially if they got the radio up as well with the volume up. People aren't going to hear. So that's the first one. So I don't think loud pipes do save lives in terms of getting cars to pay attention to it. I just don't think it happens. And then next off, at number 2, for the reasons against loud pipes, they can get you in a bit of trouble with the police. It depends on what you fitted and if you fitted it properly as well, because there are some that you can buy that are available that aren't road legal. It just depends. I'm not saying all of them are going to get you in trouble, because there are some that make your bike louder that are perfectly fine to have, and it's not going to get you in any issues. However, there are some. But if you want to go for it and you like having your bike absolutely screaming, you've just got to be prepared to deal with the consequences of being asked questions about why your bike is so loud. Fair enough. And then, kind of tagging along from that, at number 3 here, you've got insurance issues. For some of them, you have to declare to insurance companies that you made a modification to the bike, if not all of them. So if you don't declare it and then you have a crash, you could invalidate your insurance. So there's things like that to be thinking about, and it will make a difference to that kind of thing. Or you could get done for riding with no insurance, because technically you're out of insurance because you haven't declared it. So there's all that kind of thing to think about. And then my next one, and last kind of reason why they're not so great, is you can piss people off, especially if you live in a fairly quiet neighborhood, and you're one of the only bikers and your bike's extremely loud. Your neighbors are going to get irritated, people are going to start saying things, and yeah, I think there does come a certain degree of responsibility when you're installing modifications, because I'm all for them. However, I think as bikers, we need to be doing our bit to not be upsetting people. We get enough shit anyway off people for just being bikers. So if you are going to upgrade, make sure you do it with a bit of respect and a bit of class, so just so that people aren't getting really, really wound up with us. So that's pretty much my list of pros and cons. It's an interesting topic because I see it from either side, and I am on the fence of they are great because I've got one. I'd be a hypocrite if I went, no, they're rubbish because I've got one installed. I've made that modification to my bike. So it is an interesting topic to be had, and yeah, I don't really know what more to say about it. There's a lot to think about when you're looking at it, but the biggest thing for me that I would say is, if you are going to go out and look at getting an aftermarket exhaust as a protection aid, there are far better things that you can invest in for your personal safety out on the road, either that be better training, a better helmet, gloves, boots, trousers, jacket, all that kind of stuff. So I think if you're going to get a loud exhaust, that's fine, go for it, great, but just say it's because I enjoy having a loud bike, and be prepared to deal with some of the kind of repercussions that may come from that, but don't go along and try and sugarcoat it in, I'm doing it so people hear me and it's for my safety and all that, because it's not. I don't think it is at all. Yeah, so just own it if you're going to have one. Just say, yeah, I really enjoy having a loud bike, and that's the way I want my bike to be. So what? Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this topic, whether you're swaying towards no, bikes should just be kept standard, exhausts are built that way for a reason, or whether you do think they need to be louder. And if you think they need to be louder, is it because you genuinely believe that they give us extra protection on the road, or is it just because you enjoy having a loud bike? So let me know what you guys think. It would be really great to hear your thoughts. That's all I've got to say today, and thank you for watching as always. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, or even better, if you could subscribe, I would be really grateful. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.